कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः। जयत्याश्रितसन्त्रास ध्वान्तविध्वंसनोदयः प्रभावान् सीतया देव्या परमव्योमभास्करः परमव्योमभास्करः।
श्रीमते निगमान्त महादेशिकाय नमः। As mentioned in the previous episode, this backdrop that you see made on a wooden door signifies the various celestial weddings, the marriages, the parinayam that we all revere in our itihasas and the Puranas. Be that between Lakshmi and Narayana, Rama and Sita, Shiva and Parvati, Srinivasa and Padmavati. These marriages see the coming together of the Dampatis. There is yet another Dampati that Vedanta reveres, the Jivatma and the Paramatma together. The parinayam that happens between the Jivatma and Paramatma is called as the process of Sharanāgathy. Sharanāgathy or Nyasa Yoga is one of the Brahma Vidyas that has been ordained in our Upanishads. Amongst the 32 Brahma Vidyas, one of the most important Brahma Vidya is Nyasa Vidya, where Sharanāgathy is performed. It is referred to by other names like Bharasamarpanam or Prapatti. If you remember the initial episodes of the Ramayana, I did speak about Ramayanam as a kavyam, as a itihasa sreshtham, being spoken by our Purvacharyas, by our preceptors as a Sharanāgathy Vedam. There is Rig Vedam, Yajur Vedam, Sama Vedam, Atharvana Vedam. So these are the 4 Vedas that we know of. What is the Sharanāgathy Vedam? Our Acharyas say that if at all another name can be given to the Ramayana Grantham, it is called as Sharanāgathy Vedam. Bhagavad Ramanujacharya, who lived roughly 1000 years before, one of his prime disciple, Vedanta Deshika, who lived 750 years before, were propagators and proponents of this particular Sharanāgathy Vedam or Ramayana. So much so that Vedanta Deshika has come up with a work called as Abhaya Pradana Saram. When the Jivatmas go shivering in fear of the Bhavasagaram, of the very existence, the Lord says, do not worry. You have come with a worry, do not worry. Abhayam, don't worry. So this Abhaya Mudra is what the Lord gives. Abhaya Pradana Saram. If you remember the initial episodes of the Ramayana, the Devas, the celestials performed Sharanāgathy at the feet of the Lord in Kshira Sagara, Karya Vaikuntham, asking him to annihilate the demoniac forces. The Lord said, don't worry, I will be born. So that was first Sharanāgathy. The next Sharanāgathy happened while discussing Vishwamitra Charitram, when Shunashepa performed Sharanagati at the feet of the deities in the Rig Veda as taught to him by his uncle Vishwamitra. That was the next Sharanagati. The third Sharanagati happened when Vishwamitra, after the marriage of Rama with Sita and so with the other brothers, three brothers with the three daughters, Urmila, Mandavi, Shrutakirti, when he left, Parashurama came with the anger that Rama had showcased his arrogance by breaking Shiva's bow. Seeing Parashurama's wrath, anger, Dasharatha performed Sharanagati at the feet of Parashurama, asking him to spare his dear son Rama. That was the next Sharanagati. In Ayodhya Kandam, we have seen Lakshmana performing Sharanagati at the feet of Rama and Sita to serve them. Sabhratus charanau gadham nipidya raghunandanaha Sitam uvachatishayam Raghavam cha mahabratam aham sarvam karishyami jagrataha swapataschate. After this, we have seen the Sharanagati performed by Bharata at the feet of Rama and Sita, asking them to relinquish the exile, the forest, and return to Ayodhya. In Aranya Kandam, we have seen when Rama, Lakshmana and Sita entered the Dandakaranyam forest, the Rishis performed Sharanagati at the feet of Rama, stating, Rama, please annihilate the demoniac forces in the forest, the Rakshasas. That is when they said, Tevayam bhavatarakshya bhavad vishayavasinaha nagarastho vanastho va tvamno raja janeshwaraha. Later, in the Kishkindha Kandam, Rama performed Sharanagati to Sugriva through Lakshmana, who said, my dear brother has lost his wife, you have to help us in the process of rescuing his wife from the clutches of Ravana. This was the next Sharanagati. There is one mention of Sharanagati where Sugriva had performed at the feet of Vali so that his eldest brother, the elder brother, will forgive him. Next in Sundarakandam, we come across a Sharanagati performed by supposed to be performed by the Rakshasi Stris, asking Sita to forgive them. Then there is a mention of a Sharanagati, which is an incident that must have happened while in Ayodhya Kandam, mentioned in the Sundara Kandam, of Indra's son in the form of a crow performing Sharanagati, Kakasura Sharanagati. Green Lokan Samparikramya Tameva Sharanam Gataha. So we have seen so many Sharanagatis in the Ramayana. But which is the crest jewel of Sharanagati? There are so many. Rama does Sharanagati, somebody does set Rama's feet, Dasharatha does Sharanagati, Devas do Sharanagati, Rishis do Sharanagati. Which is the best of all? In that, the best of all is Vibheeshana Sharanāgatī. Like how the quintessence of our existence and the Jivatma going towards Paramatma has been put together in the form of Vedas, and Vedanta forms the crown jewel of the Vedas. Ramayanam, if it is treated as Sharanagati Vedam, the Vedantic portion, the Upanishadic portion of the Sharanagati Vedam called Ramayana is Vibheeshana Sharanāgatī. So what we are learning and coming across is one of the most beautiful Vedantic portions of the Ramayana. Ityuktva parusham vakyam Ravanam Ravananujaha Ajagama muhurtena Yatra Ramassa Lakshmanaha. Every word from now on will have lot of bearing on us. Ityuktva parusham vakyam. Despite being the own brother of Ravana, Vibhishana tried advising his brother, giving words of wisdom. But it didn't reach the ears of Ravana, neither did it reach the ears of his son Indrajit too. That is when Vibhishana reprimanded his brother. What you are doing is wrong. He was unfazed with Ravana's power, might, booms. He said, I don't care. I have to speak dharmam, truth. Ityuktva parusham vakyam Ravanam Ravananujaha. Ravananujaha. The one who is the younger brother to Ravana. Is that a qualification? See, imagine I am the brother of a person who is a criminal. Will I go around telling the world that I am his brother? I may even hide this fact. But why did Vibheeshana hide? Because he wanted to be truthful. He wanted to bring the essence of Sharanāgathy, telling even if Ravana's brother does Sharanāgathy, it will be fruitful. Ravanam Ravananujaha Ajagama Muhurtena. Muhurtam is one division of time. In Sanatana Dharma, we have our own way of calculating time. Generally, if you either live in the north of India or the south of India, you will be knowing for fixing a date of marriage, you go to a Purohita, a priest. He will look into the horoscopes of both the bride and the groom and suggest a day and time. Immediately you will ask, Pandit Ji, what is the good Muhurtam, that is the time you will ask. So that Muhurtam is supposed to be a good time. Correct. They will ask, what is the good Muhurta? Shubha Muhurta. Now when Vibheeshana is relinquishing all his property, family, relationships in Lanka and coming to Bharata Desham, did he see an auspicious time and come? No. So the word Muhurta here means whatever time he came, that is good Muhurta. He didn't see good Muhurta and come. The time he tried to relinquish Lanka and Ravana's relationship was itself a good time. So the word is Ajagama Muhurtena. And look at the word Ajagama. See, if Vibheeshana is coming from Lanka to Bharata Desham, what will you say? Vibheeshana came to India. He arrived in India. But the word is Ajagama. He returned to India. When will you use the word returned? Only when the place where you have come was your original place. Where was Ravana, Vibheeshana, Kumbhakarna? Where were they all born? They were all born in Bharata Desham. They were born in the north of India. There is one huge theory floating in some of the core politicians that Ravana belonged to Lanka and he was from the Tamil culture. Whether he was from the Tamil culture, Telugu culture, Malayalam culture, Sindhi culture, Urdu culture, we don't know. But we know very clearly that he is from the north of India. The moment he got boons and he felt very strong of himself, he seized Lanka from his half-brother Kubera. He did not belong to Lanka. Neither did Vibheeshana belong to Lanka. So in a way, they were very close to Ayodhya Pradesham. So they were ancestors, their ancestors, Pulastya, Vishravas. They were all great devotees of the Lord, of Paramatma. They were doing only noble activities. Ravana was the only outlier. So Vibheeshana, when he came to Bharatam, the word used is not arrived. He returned because his original place was Bharatam. For some moment, some time he was stationed in Lanka. Now he has got back to his pavilion. So Ajagama Muhurtena, he returned to Bharata Desham. Yatra Rama Salakshmanaha. He returned to Bharata Desham where there was Rama. Valid point. But what does Valmiki say? Salakshmanaha. Along with Lakshmana, Rama was there. Why? Because when you are performing Sharanāgathy to Paramatma, it is just not enough you have the blessings of Paramatma, Bhagavan. You should have the blessings of a Bhagavatottama. You should have the blessings of a good devotee. So Rama, if he is treated as Paramatma, Lakshmana, Adishesha Swarupa is treated as the first of the devotees, prime devotee. So when you are doing a good act, it is just not meant for the Lord but also to his devotees. So he came to that place where Rama, who is Paramatma, alongside was there Lakshmana, who was a Bhagavatottama. When Vibheeshana arrived in the scene, Did Sugriva and the other monkeys immediately welcome him with open arms and say, "Hey Vibheeshana, join us, give me a hug"? Or was there some pushback? Let us know what happened after Vibheeshana had come back to Bharatadesha in the next episode.
Dear Astika reader, I am happy to be authoring a two-part book on the Ramayana in English. The first part is slated for release in the year 2024. The book aims to recreate and retell the Ramayana of Valmiki, conforming to the ancient commentaries and other allied literature. To receive notifications of the book release, kindly register with www.deshikadaya.org/books. Namaskaram.